Hi there. Hi, I'm live. I wonder if I can share this out this way. Hold on, let's see. Is that possible? Oh, I can. Ooh, look at that. Let's see if I can share that out. Hold on. Just bear with me a moment here. Let's see. Join me live at Daggett, not Daggett, too many G's in there, Daggett Pioneer Cemetery. Let's piece together the story, this is fun, of Mary, I think I got to figure it out, Beal. Select all, copy, post. There, that got posted. Let's see, let's then post it to Twitter. Oh, hi, Spoozy. Hi. Yeah, good. How are you? Let me share this again. I can't see if you comment while I'm sharing. I can't see that. Now I'm in Twitter. I wonder if it takes it out of the app altogether. I bet it's gonna. I wonder. The second I saw the live, I ran to my computer. It's Ron, by the way. Hey, Ron. Hi. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you have that alias of Spoozy. I guess I'll keep the glasses on to see it. Good to see you, Ron. Looking forward to having you join me at the live that's going to be coming up. I think that's in about a week and a half. Well, I'm here at Daggett Pioneer Cemetery. Daggett. It's a heck of a place. If you ever imagine a Wild West cemetery, this is the kind of place it is. The community, and I'm here for a reason. The community of Daggett is back there, and Daggett was indeed quite a Wild West style place. I mean, with gunslingers and cowboys and sheriffs and miners and majors and everything. It's just right over there. You know, it was really quite a wild place in its time. And I'm here at the cemetery, and you can see that there's lots of graves lined up all over the place. The GSA is parked right over there. I left work early today. Are you making another of the Good Life meditation? No, this is not a Good Life meditation. This is, I'm here for I'll do that tomorrow. I'm here, and it won't be live. I'm here to share with you the piecing together that I'm trying to do of a story over here of the grave of a woman named Mary Beal. I think I finally got it figured out. Well, anyway, this is the cemetery. It's a Pioneer Cemetery. Lots of graves go way back. Not here tomorrow. Oh, you won't be able to see it live, Ron, because I'll be way out in the desert. There'll be no connectivity. So I was going to make a video with the big camera, and I just happened to notice I had 3 bars. So I thought, what the heck, I'll turn this on. So let me get into it. Hi, there's six of you watching right now. Let's go ahead and start. So anyway, I'm going to flip the camera on. I don't know if I'll be able to see any comments then, but you can join me if you like. Let's see, how do I flip the camera? Oh, there we go. There we go, let's have the good front camera. So, okay, I'm gonna try to do this as best I can. Here is my motorcycle, the GSA. And I came out here maybe 4 years ago, was riding along Route 66, which is right over there. That's Route 40 right over there. And I was riding along Route 66 and I saw a sign that said Daggett Pioneer Cemetery, and the word pioneer really got my attention, so I pulled off the road and came up here, and I parked way the heck over there, and I started wandering through all these graves. And just to give you a show, look at this. I mean, these are like, some of these are like the types of graves you would really expect to find in a Wild West style community. I mean, exactly like it. So I spent a good amount of time wandering through here, and I'll get to the point of the grave I want to show you in just a second. You can see some of these have partitioned bars around them. That tells them, I hope it's not sacrilege to walk over it. We're going to give these people some memory. There's Julianne Bertram Osborne, California, in the Navy, dead in 1941. Look at this. Wow, I mean, isn't that what you'd expect to see, in Wild West? I certainly would. That one over there seems to have stones. Here's Anna G. Falconer, mother. Nice metal. Some of them are these crosses. Look at these. These are really just like falling to pieces. I imagine these ones had wooden, fences around them. Here's a couple of old style. Somebody's commented. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hi, Jonathan. Greetings from the cemetery. And so, you know, I mean, this is pretty old style graves, right? And this place is full of all kinds of interest. And I know that it's not completely over with because I saw them burying this person over here. I come by here just about every time I come out. I think they were burying this person here. Was it here? Yeah, 2014. I actually watched this person interred. And we will always remember you with lots of love. So someone's still attending to her. Most of these people are quite forgotten. There's a child right there. Some of these are pretty old-fashioned. A lot of geology used in these places with the stones. And I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing if you're commenting because the glare. And this one over here is surrounded by a metal fence with, you know, wires, metal wires. There's a nice old one here. Look at that. Oh, there's a comment. It's from, I remember in Japan you were so scared of seeing graves, and now all you are. I'm still a scaredy cat. Look at that. Now I'm more scared of snakes. Wife and mother, Gwendolyn Scher, died 1967. Let's see, I'll try to get some of these names. There's one over here that's of interest. Somebody's commenting, you faded away. Sorry, couldn't quite see it. There goes a train. That's the same railroad that will pass Siberia. There's one over here I want to show you, and then we'll go to look at the one I wanted to see. So that one either never there or taken away. Here, this one. Wow, this one's kind of moving. What's that? Oh, I can't see, guys. One long straight, one long, two long, one short, and one long. Oh yeah, there you go. That's it. Exactly, Ron. Here we go. 1, 3 more. Maybe he was just tooting at something in the road, on the railroad. Yeah, but you're right. There's a crossing over there. We should hear the horns. You're right. The 3 long and 1 short. This is interesting right here. This one kind of caught my attention the first time I came. Check this out. And I don't mean to get controversial, but there's something emotional in this. This is, there we go, Ron, there we go. 1. There's your second one, Ron. And now a short one. And now a long as they go through the crossing. Good job, Ron, you know it. David, our little brave, in his arms, died in 1962. Look at this one. This one looks like they just poured the concrete. I say a comment, but there it is. Now I'm happy. Good. I'm glad you're happy, Ron. I want you to be happy. Looks like they just poured a block of concrete and then took like a stick and wrote in it May 1960 to October 26, 1960. So wow, think about that. Safe in Jesus. Imagine that. That was a child, is at J.Y. Lane, that lived from May to October 1960. And that's not like a long time ago. And I guess the family was so poor, they just poured a block of cement and traced the name in it. And that's it. Now there's others out here that are so simple. It's like a piece of metal and someone took an arc welder. There's one over here. And they just like welded. They just, drilled in the things. Wow. Dang, this graveyard belongs to a lost city or any community. Yeah, Ron, it's this community over here, Daggett, which is a real Wild West community. It's got lots of history. Look it up on the internet if you like. You'll find lots of interest there. But anyway, I want to show you this one, and then I'll show you another one. This is not what I came here for. This should be another video. This is the his and hers. This is Tessie Myers and R.F. Myers. And they're both reverends. You'll see the names. And I stopped here, excuse me, sacrilege to be standing on it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Reverend. I really don't mean that. 1915 to 1998, and her mister is 1917 to 1968. What got my attention, I was just kind of walking by looking, and I know I shouldn't stand on it. Good gosh. Sorry. This is what got my attention. Check this out. Be prepared to be a little moved. I was. Someone's commenting. Some of that went by too quick. Here's the Reverend's grave. Look at this. Someone has come by and defaced it. So the only thing I could imagine is that someone must have sat here, this beloved husband and pastor, and I don't know who, someone he must have wronged, I'm guessing, in his life. And oh, that almost lost my name. That's almost my last name. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it is. Almost, yeah, just a little bit of a different spelling. But I can just imagine someone sitting here, you know, in frustration, maybe taking their keys and gouging out. You know, maybe tears swelled in their eyes, and maybe a hailstorm. Yeah, that could be. But you think there'd be damage elsewhere? And what about the missus? Well, he died a lot sooner, huh? And there's none others are damaged like that. But doesn't it? It's in a very particular area. It's like chip, chip, chip. So I don't know. I'm speculating, but I have a feeling that there's not a meteor. Yeah, it could be. I just have this feeling that there's not a happy ending. There's not a happy story there. And I tend to be a pretty optimistic guy. So I'm not going to step on any graves. So here he goes. No one wants to see me. Let's look at this. The old graves in the desert or something. Oh, it disappeared. Look at that. Just some sticks in the shape of a cross. Okay, let's go over to the one I want to show you. Who's this? Wayne and Esther Ganakov, infant son. Oh, the infant son, 1932 to 1932. So that's a real shame. Gosh, can you just imagine what it would be like to lose a little one? In the 1930s too, that was a tough, you know, back in the day. Something there. Oh, there's a lizard. W.M.C. Warren, 1947 to 1981. Memory of Uncle Billy, his boys. Oh, his boys. Look at that. There's Hill Brothers Ranch in Daggett. Oh, I remember sending this one earlier. There's the Hill family. What's that? Somebody's saying, it gives me the chills, this place. It's a very angry. Wait, wasn't that 1841? What, was there 1841 on that last one? Let's go back and see. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a pioneer cemetery after all. Yeah, no, it's 18, well, that looks like an 1847. But that's a long time ago. Yeah. Okay, let's go back and look at the hill, and then I'll see the other thing. And I'll show you one other thing. There's too many things. Okay, there's Hill Brother Ranch. I wonder where that ranch is. So, and then over here, I sent this one to my uncle, because that's my uncle's name. My uncle is Forrest Bell. And I posted it on Facebook when I first saw it, and he commented, he's like, wow, he saw his own grave. Okay, here's the one I want to show you. I came out here to see, and I was doing just what I'm doing now, but all by myself and just thinking about it. And I came over here, and you can still feel a little bit of anger in the place. Yeah, maybe. See how this has got the gates, the fence around it? And then the story unraveled thusly. Here's one outside the print. I found this one over here that got my interest. Wait, is that a grave? Or is that just a rock? That's just somebody dumped some cement. Does it have a mark on it? No. Okay, I found one over here that got my interest. And I think today I've put the story together. See this one? Mary A. Beal, botanist of the Mojave Desert, 1878 to 1964. And I was like, well, who could this Mary Beal person be? So I looked her up on the internet when I got home. It turns out she was an interesting woman who wound up here in the desert. Her family came across from the east, wound up in Riverside, very close to where I work, and she finished her childhood there and became an adult woman, and then wound up out here for, I think, because she was pursuing some desert interest, or no, health reasons or something. She wound up out here, and she ended up befriending the Van Dix family, who had a ranch. In fact, I think you can see the ranch. You see that big cluster of green over there? I think that's the former Van Dyck's family ranch. The Van Dycks kind of owned a lot of land here, and Mary somehow befriended them, particularly the son, Dix Van Dyke. I know that sounds like Dick Van Dyke. Remember him of 1960s, 70s talk show or fame and stuff? But it's not, it's Dix, D-I-X. That was the Dix family ranch, I'm pretty sure. I did a lot of research to figure that out. Anyway, and she set up a tent there, and she lived in a tent all by herself, and she would take her burro and her dog or something, and she would go and explore all these mountains, kind of like what I do, and go off and do that. And she was really into plants, and she would collect plant specimens and then send those to museums all over the world, even though she wasn't trained as a botanist. And she also had a camera. You can see the camera right there that was like on loan from National Geographic or something. It was a famous camera that she would take photos and she would draw pictures, and her specimens are still in museums all around the world. So she was kind of like an amateur self-made botanist woman who found some fame, in a sense. Anyway, apparently, rumor has it, she and Dix Van Dyke were a little more than friends. I don't know. You asked me, it didn't come from me, but that's what you hear. So, oh, there's somebody commenting. Hi Kurt, this is Laura Orrs, and I am so happy to watch this info about Mary Beal. She is so awesome. I enjoy it. And there it goes, it's disappearing. Hi Mary, hi Laura. Okay, so this is the thing. So, is it pointing at me? No, it's pointing at them. Okay, so here's Mary. Guess who is right there next to her? Indeed, none other than Mr. Dix Strong Van Dyke, 1897 to 1952. Now, so they were born in pretty close order, 1879 for Dix and 1878 for Mary. So she was 1 year his senior. He died 11 years, 12 years before her. Now, so let's piece this together. Let's piece this together. Okay, here they are, side by side. They were never married. She never married. She spent her whole life single, but she lived out her whole life right over there on the Van Dyke property, and spent her time exploring in the desert out here. So, we don't know. We're guessing, but get this. I figured it out, I think. What? Something saying something. What are the odds? What are the odds? Well, I think there's a story here. Okay, so if you look a little further, something about this perimeter, right? This fence here tells us something. So I came over here. Here's the biggest headstone here of all, and it's golden, okay? And we can see that the golden is Mary Van Dyke, 1891, 1960, and George Wesley, 1880 to 1958. So I think that Mary must have been, based on that date, the younger sister of Dix. I know Dix had some siblings. I don't know where the rest of them are. I know he had a brother too. So that's the sister, and she must have married into the Golden family. So let's try to piece the story together. So she must have married into the Golden family. Now, she lived until 1960, which means she outlived her brother, who died in 1952. And let's say that the Dix family fortune kind of wavered, I guess. And this, okay, if you look around here, it's golden, 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 and then there's this other family. So here's this right here. This is the main Golden family right here, right? And this is, in this case over here, Gladys Mary Golden married John Kenner, of course, took his name, and I believe that this is their son. Don't know why that's a different last name. And another son here, Bib, don't know where the Bibs come from, but I think this is a little family unit over here, and then the Goldens over here. And I have a feeling Dix died. Mary must have had some sympathy for him, because he's her brother, and buried him in this family plot, and must have looked on him quite favorably. And look, George Wesley was no longer on the story anymore, so she was the patriarch. She must have had some influence, and so she went and buried him. Look who's got the most ornate grave here. It's certainly Dix Van Dyke. Look at these stones, stonework around it. Very, very nice. Now then, some years later, in 1964, the same year I was born, 4 years after Mary had died, Mary Van Dyke had died, who would have been the patriarch then, or the matriarch then? Could it have been 1920, Mom, Mary Louise, or maybe John Wesley? No, he died in 1988. Maybe he was. Yeah, I think he's the son, maybe, right? The son of George Yeah, son of George and Mary. So he was the son, so he would have been the new patriarch. So what happened was probably then Mary died under his watch, and I know from looking at the history that there was not a tombstone here. Mary's grave was an anonymous grave. It was nothing there. This tombstone here was made maybe a decade and a half back by people like me who were just fans of Mary and decided to mark her grave. See, that's a lot newer, right? You know, who would have said botanist of the Mojave Desert? So she died, and I'll bet you John Wesley Golden said, well, you know what? He probably knew that Dix and Mary had a thing, right? So he said, let's bury Mary over there. But by then, because I actually found the grave of Mary's parents in Riverside. I actually stumbled across it in one of my graveyard walks. So I know where they're buried because I know she lived in Riverside. So they were far away. They died long before. Mary never married, had any children. She was all her own. Here's a body with no one to bury it, and here's John Wesley Golden saying, you know what, John, Dix and Mary, they had a thing, or so Mom said. Let's bury Mary over here, right next to Dix Van Dyke. But no one bought her a tombstone, so she was an anonymous nothing grave until her fame kind of spread, and then she has a grave. Now I think that's the story, not of a lovely lady who was married to is that what there's a story of a lovely lady who was married with, the Brady Bunch. It's not that story. This is the story of a botanical lady who had a thing with a rancher named Dix Van Dyke. He was the brother of Mary who buried him. And later, John buried Mary. Is that sacrilege? Do you get the story? So what do you think? I don't know. I think that's it. I think we've pieced together the story of Mary Beal's grave in the Mojave Desert outside Daggett, the Daggett Pioneer Cemetery. And with that, everybody, I can't see any comments. And that, I'm going to sign off because I still got about 160 miles or so to go to get to Siberia Ghost Town. What's this? Somebody saying something. I loved it. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Ron. What? Somebody else? Sounds like a good life. Yeah, hey, why not? Why not make it a good life? Thank you for joining me, everybody. And let's finish with a shot of Mary, because after all, it's not all about me. Amazing, thank you. Just sat here with a beer in my hand and just listened to LOL. I'm glad you did, Ron. And here you go. Let's say goodbye to Mary. And maybe we've uncovered her. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing. Sorry. I forgot to tell you one more thing. Check this out. This family was into geology. Look at these rocks. This is on the golden thing. See these? Look at these rocks. Look at these specimens. The crystals. That's agate right there. That whole thing. That's an agate right there. Look at these specimens. They really spared no expense. Beautiful, beautiful rocks. Selfie with Mary? Okay, selfie with Mary. And then we'll sign off. And now I will head on up to Siberia. It's going to be scary tonight, guys. There's no moon tonight. Thank you, Kurt. I saw those rocks earlier, Kurt. I hope your claim paid out. Me too. Okay, because this was requested a selfie with Mary. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. No lives from Siberia because there's not enough bandwidth, but I'll be making videos out there. But it's going to be dark tonight, windy, no moon. It's going to be a little spooky. So take care, everybody, just the way I like it. Bye-bye.